go.
It's good? Nice. Hey everybody. It's Mick here, homesteading with the Butlers. And today is a super exciting day actually. Today we are boiling some sap. It's a balmy 19 degrees out, which that's not too cold, but the wow, and the sun is bright, which is a beautiful thing. It's 19 degrees out, but it's windy and it makes it a little bit chilly, but the sun is shining and we have heat where we're boiling this year. We're not outside in this blistery cold when the wind kicks in. This is what we have going on. Okay, that right there is what it's all about. We've got the heat on. And we have the evaporator firing on all 8 in here. We're seeing, I think you can, hopefully the camera should pick that up. We've got some evaporation going on there. And we've been working on our sap, all that good stuff. So let's check it out. All right. Since I went and grabbed the camera, well, actually, this isn't a bad thing because it's died down. Took me a little bit to grab the camera here, so you'll get a better visual without so much evaporation going on. So we lost our boil, but this is pretty neat. You can see that I have the sap coming in on this side and it channels. It goes up and down the channels. And what happens is, as you know, it boils, it becomes thicker, right? The sugar content is higher in these other channels here. See, and you can even see like the coloring of them. More about that. I gotta get this fire going, but you can kind of see, you can see the different colors and basically what we have going on here. But I don't want to waste any time here. Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna throw some wood on this fire, and because I can see, yeah. Yep, I was gone a little bit longer than I thought. So I'm gonna get some fire on this stove, get her and get back to that boil. And I'll be right back. All right, so we are back. It wasn't even 2 minutes, and I put some wood on the fire, and we've already achieved. We got back to our boil, so that did not take long at all. So I'm really happy about that. But as you can see, we have the preheater. It's right here, and it's got a float valve on it, and you can input a line into here. If I had a tank, which I we'll do that over the summer, but our backs were against the wall to get this installed, finish this building off, get everything installed this year, or last year, going in, the fall going into the winter. So, but that is on the agenda, is to get a tank, an outdoor tank. I think I'm going to use an IBC tote and pipe that probably in on, I don't know yet, either this corner or this corner. I'm thinking maybe that corner would be better, or this side, because the road access, the road is right out that way. But this is the rig, and this is a WF Mason. This is the 4-foot XL. All right, I get nothing for saying that. or anything I say in regard to Bill Mason. But he's a great guy to deal with. He builds these. They're custom made, each one. It's a long waiting list. I waited like 9 months, and it's kind of like a childbirth, I guess. But I couldn't be happier with this evaporator. This is my second time around with it. So, but the thing has been running like a top. I've got a little, I'm gonna wipe this down here. As you can see, the evaporation coming off the pan, it's pretty, it's doing a great job. And again, I mean, I had lost boil, and it is recovered so rather quickly. This right here, if you're wondering, that I'm just filtering again. I am very, I filter a lot. I filter, on its way out, on its way into the preheater, on the way out, and then we'll filter again once we're finishing the syrup. I was just talking about visitors. We have some visitors. Gracie B, with a special delivery? What do you have there? What do you got?
I don't know, an egg sandwich.
An egg sandwich? All right. Who, you had somebody with you. They're out there, they closed the door. Huh? They don't want to be seen? Why not? They're going undercover? How was your sleepover?
Good.
Good. All right, let's look at what we have going on here. I just cranked up the flow here. But, yeah, you know what you could do? Why don't you fill up? I have a bucket. Let's throw this. Let's throw this. This is, so I'm going to tell you what this is. This is my backup sap. So if this starts boiling out of control or something happens before anything gets burnt, boils over, does anything funky, we have this as our emergency backout. This is like, or backup. It's like having a fire extinguisher or a fire hose for the sap, because you don't want it to. But we're gonna put this in here. And Grace, I have a bucket next to the blue barrel. If you could get us some. Get us some more sap here. Yeah.
There's nothing in it.
I know. That's why you got to put it from the blue barrel into the white one with the. There you go. Well, that I gave you that. Okay. See what you got in your right hand. There you go. You scoop that in the blue barrel. All right. I can't use what we normally use, the pump and the filter, because it's froze up. I left it out here. Okay, and you can kind of put that in there. There you go. Nice. Old school. No pumps here yet. Well, actually, we do have a pump. We use like a pump that they use for turkey in the pots for the grease and all that good stuff to normally transfer. I put a filter on it, but that would throw in, like, that would be 4 times filtering, and let's just do it 3 times, I guess, right? because we got very little. When we filter and finish, we get very little fines or anything like that. So I think 4 is a little overkill, so we'll have 3. All right. Ooh. The big reveal. I'm sure everybody was curious what was in that bag. It's a bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwich. Can't boil sap on an empty stomach. Alright. So we're pushing the needle, I guess, so to speak, here. Gonna try it. And then whatever we have, we're going to finish off over there. Get it exact. It's not an exact science. All right. So here we are. We are going to finish the sap that we just boiled. Pretty easy to do, but there's a few things that you really need to keep in mind when you're doing it. I can tell when we're close. We're not really close. I look at the bubbles and also like the size of the bubbles and all that good stuff. We're gonna get this that little bit of sap scum off of there. But these are some of the things, and this is how we do it. A lot of people do it differently, but basically here's the setup that we have going on. This is the hydrometer. I'll take this out here for you. And you can use all kinds of hydrometers. This one is specific to doing maple syrup, and it shows you, see the 2 lines there, you know, if you're hot, and the hot test and the cold test. I'm pretty sure you can see that. There's a couple ways of doing this. Some people use candy thermometers, you know, other people, and I'm going to get better at it, but on our evaporator there's a gauge on there. You can go by temperature, but I want to finish by hand the way we're doing it. But we'll probably show you this, but this is the cup for the hydrometer, and it's real simple. You know, we'll dip that cup, put this in there, and the little key is to give it a little twist, and it checks the buoyancy, basically, is what the hydrometer does. We have our little funnel with filter. As you can see, we've funneled a little bit already, and we want to be careful of that. There you go. All right. And these are the simple funnels. You can buy the maple syrup funnels, but these are like grease funnels. You can get them at Cisco or like any type of cooking or distributor or what have you, that food distributor. Then we have our little funnel here for filling the different jugs we have. These are 16 ounce right here. Then you can get the store-bought as well. You know, it depends on whatever you want. And then this is our little strainer for the soap scum, and or soap scum, the sap scum. And this is the ladle. So just get, you know, quick overview of what we have here. And Grace has been so helpful in this whole process. So she's gonna grab the scum out of there, but you're gonna wanna,
Yeah, where am I supposed to put it?
I would say we got to have this other pan here so we can tap it right into that other pan. And then, yeah. Oh, that's obnoxious.
It's not coming off.
That'll work. Alright. It's real easy. And sometimes you'll have particulates in this. we filter it. I am a filter fiend when it comes to stuff like this. I probably over filter, but you're always going to get this. And also some people say you could draw right off the pan. I'm not good at that yet. This is our first year with and it's a hobby pan. All right, so I know I just said a little while ago that it's close, but it's not close. I mean, that's the thing. People, it smells like syrup, looks like syrup, and for all intents and purposes, you could probably put it in a bottle and use it as syrup. But we're doing it, you know, maple syrup production ways, I guess, or means, or what have you. We're gonna do it this way. This can get messy. That's why I have a little rag here as well. Let me put here. But as you can see, big old handle on this, and this cup, I've seen them small in smaller diameters and all that, and I probably should get a smaller diameter one so I don't have to take so much out and it's so messy. But a very near and dear individual gave me this, and so if you can see, can you see that, Grace? Put it right there. We're a little bit there. See that line? That's where we want to be. And we're buoyant. I didn't think we were even going to get that. So, all right. And then a big tackle tip with this, and I'm going to be doing it.
Oh, satisfying.
Rather quickly is when you are done using this, you hit it with the hot water. You just got some ramen noodles there or something. Hit it with the water. That way there, the sap doesn't get built up on it and all that good stuff and have an adverse impact on your reading. So wow, we're pretty close. So we got, if you look, we have quite a bit of material here, and we're finishing sap. I would never boil it here in the kitchen like this. It's great, it smells good. We're gonna turn the fan back up. We had turned it down just for, the audio purposes. But before I do that, I just want to say, you do not want to cook down sap in your kitchen, because it'll take wallpaper off the walls. You'll have a sticky substance all over your cabinets or what have you. We're finishing it. I think we've had this going for 5 minutes. We've had the fan on high again for the benefit of you guys. We just wanted to turn the fan down so the audio was good. So we are going to do our thing here. We're pretty close. So sometimes what'll happen too, I turn down the heat a little bit. If you keep the heat up too high and you put in a whole lot of work to get to this point, sometimes you can bring the sap too far beyond syrup. You'll get it into the bottles and all that good stuff, but down the road it could crystallize on you. And hey, if you're making candy, that's great, but we're making syrup on this run here. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna turn the fan on because we don't want that sticky buildup all over our cabinets and all that good stuff. So the bubbles are getting tighter. See how tight the bubbles are there, Gracie? Can you give them a shot? They're getting pretty tight. Yeah, so I'm gonna give this test here. Probably not there. I'll do this 3 times probably before. All right. Oh. So we're just, man, we are I don't know if you can see that, but that red line is right there. Alright. Now, the last time I did this, I gave you the tip of, you know, making sure the hydrometer, that you rinse it off right when you're done. And you want to rinse the container as well, just so it's not all sticky and on the base and everything like that. Do it as you go. Trust me, you do not want it to build up and all that, especially on the base. And it's already built up on the outside here, but that's all right. All right. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I kind of knew based off of the tiny bubbles, I'm calling it. So we're going to, we're right there, gave it a minute or two after we tested it. We gave it a minute or two after we tested it, so we're going to call it. I mean, we're right there. So we are going to bottle. And this is, I'm sure there's a whole lot of ways of doing this. We're not professional maple syrup people. You know, we can turn that down because we're not producing a ton. I like to keep it on super low, and I like to bottle hot because it goes through the filter easier. It filters things, and I'm sure people, there's other ways and means of doing it, but this is how I do it. So it's pretty simple. And we'll do one of these right out of the gate. And I may need your assistance, Grace, but I may not. I don't know. I've done a couple of these. So the cap, this bad boy here, and we have this, and we have our filter. And you kind of go blind with these. It's always nice. I mean, people that do this professionally have like spigots and, you know, all kinds of good stuff like that, but we're just homesteaders here making maple syrup. And see how it's going through the filter fairly easily. That I like. And we may turn the heat off here in a little bit, just not right now. And I know our camera is not that good. You can't pick up the sound, but you can almost go by the sound of it filling as well. Ooh, that's a whole lot of tastiness right there, G-Money. Huh? Mm-hmm. All right. Just a touch, a dab will do ya. We're changing up filters. We are right there.
Tippy top.
Yeah. And what I would say, and what I do, is these are pretty self-explanatory. You screw on the cap. But what I see a lot of people miss and don't say, and this is what I do, and again, the way I do it, is I take it, flip them upside down. That way there you take out like whatever headspace is in that bottle. You know, it forces, you know, it airs, it sterilizes, it's hot, you know, does its thing, what have you. So We are gonna do up the rest of these. I don't think we have enough bottles, so we're gonna grab a couple more bottles and think, you know, we just got to get to it. Nothing to it but to do it. All right. Well, hot. This is salad dressing for pancakes. This is
Thank you everyone for watching today's video. We did make maple syrup in today's video, as you can see. It's pretty easy to do at your own house or on your own, and I would really recommend it because it's really fun, simple, and it's easy to do. So we got about 3 quarts and a couple pints, and I can't wait to taste it very soon after I finish up the one from last year. But if you like what you see here, please like, subscribe, share with your friends, and live the moment. Thank you and have a great day.